What is the right age to start stressing? When is the right age that stress is validated? Because some people say that you're too young to be stressed. So just putting it out there, what's the right age to start stressing? Or should there even be an age for stress? Let's think about it. Second one, is there a difference between stress and being anxious? Is it different to you? I know my opinion. What about you? I'd like you to share as well. So before we get too carried away, let us get into this video. Okay, so if the light keeps changing, that's because the sun is coming up and down. It's shifting, it's a bit moody, so you just please bear with me. I'm gonna come up with a way to fix this, but for now let's just try to work with what we have right here, right? Okay, so hi, I am Binti Malu and I make videos about Africa and African. If you'd like to find out more, let me know in the comment section, and if you haven't subscribed, subscribe below and you'll never miss out a video I make. You'll just be updated like that. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button and be part of the Binti Malu family. So for today's video, I am going to share 10 ways I deal with stress or being anxious, however you want to call it. That's really up to you. If you want to call it being stressed, yes. If you want to call it being anxious, that's okay too. Whichever of the two you want to pick, you pick, and no judgment from me. Anyway, so I don't think I get stressed that much, but I get anxious a lot. And when I get anxious, it's not life-threatening, because I have seen people who share their experiences about when they get anxious, like they just feel really, really bad. So for me, it's not that bad. I think it's only one occasion that I got really anxious and it just got to me. It just broke me down. But other than that one time, I can think of another time that became very threatening. So I don't know. For those who go through really bad anxiety periods, I sympathize with you. I can say that I know what you're going through, but I just sympathize with you. Whatever you're doing to deal with it, just keep on going. And yeah, I don't know, I can't share anything because I don't know what you're going through, and it will be very hypocritical of me to be like, you know, you're gonna be okay, you're gonna be what, but because I can't share. I don't know what you're going through, so it's not my place to really tell you what to do. I'm not saying that the suggestions I give on this video they're gonna work for you, but I'm just saying that it's worth a shot. I had to try all these things I do and they work for me in different ways, so maybe one of them will work for you, maybe all of them will work for you depending on what you're going through or what is causing you stress. So find what works for you and just go with that. And if you find something new, share in the comment section below so we can all share it together. Okay guys, so let us start off. So I had written a blog post about this, and I remember I wrote this because my friends were going through like I think I had two friends who were going through like a really tough time, so I was like, I'm just gonna share this. And one of them was like, thank you, I needed this, so I really appreciate it. And I just felt like I need to share it. I think I thought of sharing it several times before, but this was the time that I shared. So if you want to read that blog post, it's below. It will be more detailed than this video, so just check the blog post if you want to know more about what I'm talking about in this video. Anyway, so I have some of the causes of stress. Now these are just 6. Obviously there are many causes of stress and I can name them all, but I'll just share some of them. There's employment and unemployment, relationship, health or illness, financial status, those are debts, rent, expenses, everything else, education, getting good grades, knowing what your career is going to be, the pressure of what to study, some undergo that, and the future. That's the fear of the unknown, and that's the one that resonates with me the most. I get very anxious not knowing what is going to happen next and how life is going to play out, so I can relate to that really, really well. Okay, so now let's go to how I cope with stress or being anxious. So my first thing is talking to friends. I have a good circle of friends, and that's something I'm always grateful. In whatever thing I write my gratitude things, I always mention my friends because they mean a lot to me. And I keep a small circle of friends. I don't have many friends, but the ones I have, they are legit and I love them dearly. So dear friends, if you're watching this, I love you guys so much and thank you. But just share with a friend, talk to them about it, whether it's going to be a friend or a family, whoever it is that you feel close to, talk to them about it. They might give you a different perspective to what you're going through, and they will help. People in your life are there for a reason, and some are there for a season. So maybe some particular person in your life at that point when you're going through this tough time might give you the advice that you need, or might tell you something that you need to hear. So talk to your friends. You can text them, you can email them, you can give them a phone call. They don't have to be within your proximity, like right in front of your face for you to talk to them. Talk to them in whatever way you can contact them. Share with them your sorrows or your worries, and maybe it will help out. It helps out for me, so maybe it will help out for you too. However, I should put a disclaimer. Not all problems are to be shared. Some problems you're not supposed to share them, and sharing them might not be the best choice. So this is where the second way comes in. The second way I deal with stress or anxiety is to journal. Now journaling works for me because I like writing. I feel like I express myself better when I write on paper than when I'm typing or things like that. So journaling has worked for me, especially when it comes to matters that I cannot share with other people, or I don't feel comfortable sharing with other people. I write about them, and that process of writing is like releasing these things and just putting them out there, and it's out of my system. Obviously, I'll still continue to be anxious, I'll still continue to worry, but it kind of lessens the worry for me, just because I accept that I'm going through this, it's going to be okay. And I just accept what is stressing me, I accept what is causing me to be anxious, and those might be things I can't control, but the fact that I'm accepting and hoping that these too shall pass, that helps. So journaling helps me because I just release all my fears and worries and leave them out on a piece of paper somewhere, or maybe online somewhere. So that's been working for me. Okay, the third tip is to listen to music. And music is my escape. Like if I feel irritated, if there's something that's causing me to be really irritated, I will just put my headphones and listen to music, and whoosh, I am gone. I am like in a different dimension altogether. So I have playlists for basically every mood I go through. I have sad songs, I have happy songs, I have African songs, I have gospel songs, I have all kind of music. And these songs help me in different circumstances that I go through in life. So if you don't have a playlist, make a playlist. It's gonna come handy on a rainy day or on a Sunday or on a sunny day. And if you love music, that might be your way to cope with being anxious or being stressed. So just try it out. The fourth way is read a book. And for some people it might be a wise choice, for other people it might not be a wise choice. If you're the kind of person who thinks a lot, I wouldn't really suggest you read a book. I would suggest you listen to a book. So I'm the kind of person that really thinks, and in silence my thought will drift away. So what I do is when I'm stressed or feeling anxious, I take my phone and I listen to an audiobook, and that just takes my mind away whatever is causing me to feel sad or stressed or anxious. So audiobooks work for me better than reading. Some people, reading works for them way better, and some of us, like me, audiobooks just work the magic. So whether you're gonna read or listen to an audiobook, whichever works, just do that. It will take your mind off things. Listening to someone else's voice talk to you, it will take your mind off things. And maybe in the book you're reading, you're going to find something that's going to be like, wow, I can apply that in my circumstance right now. So you never know what you can get from books. Books are filled with free knowledge, so read a book or listen to a book. Number 5 is to watch a movie. And I love movies. Like movies are just, I love movies, but they never stick in my head. I can say of a movie that I've watched and I remember word by word or scene by scene. It's just like a thing of the moment. So just, if you're feeling stressed, if you're feeling anxious, grab a movie, your laptop, your phone, on the TV, and just watch a movie. I would personally go for a funny movie, because funny movies just, when someone is laughing, I have the urge to laugh too. So some of the movies I like that are comedy are movies like Madea, actually any of the Madeas. There is Ride Along, there is Pitch Perfect, well, there is also Jumanji. Jumanji was quite hilarious. Or you can watch an inspirational movie, something that's going to just lift your spirits, make you know that you're gonna get through this, other people have gotten through this. And these movies can be like The Help, The Life of Me, Life of Pi, Queen of Katwe, that came out in 2017. So there's so many movies that you can watch. And if you guys want me to make a video on inspirational movies, I can do that as well. And there's also The Blind Side, that's also a good movie. So just watch a movie that will take your mind off things, and once the movie is done, you can come back to think about whatever you're thinking about, or you can find something different to do. So that's another thing you can do. Alright, so the next one is shopping. Now this one is, you know, a little bit note-wise. Shop, but don't overspend. Don't get too carried away and just spend too much. Shopping works for me because I like going to a place and find something nice, and I will sort through everything until I find something I like. And maybe it's because I just like new things. I don't know how else to express it. I get bored really easily, and maybe shopping for me works because I see new stuff. I see new ways a dress is. Like a dress can be like this, or it can be worn like that. Or this shoe can look like this, or this shoe can look at that. So those different perspectives work for me in my mind, and it like takes things off me. So shopping works for me. I don't know what else I can tell you. If you don't like shopping, you are blessed. And if you like shopping, then maybe if you're stressed, just go shop. You don't have to buy something. You can go window shopping, but just, you know, being out there and seeing things, seeing different things, it might give you ideas on how to be creative. It just, anything can pop to your mind at that point. So go shopping if you can. Alright, so the next one is to take a walk, and being in nature will probably help you. It's just going to be like that moment you can stay calm and just appreciate God's creation, and also it's going to do good things to your body. It's good exercise, so killing two birds with one stone. So just simply take a walk, relax your mind, relax your body, appreciate what God has created, and then you come back with a fresher mind. And maybe after that you'll be more relaxed, or maybe not. At least, you know, you do something. The point of this video is that when you're feeling stressed or anxious, just do something, whether it's going to solve it or not. Just, you know, like, do something to help. It's better off if you're trying to do something than just sit there and be like, my life is sad, oh, I am the worst person, oh, this is the worst thing that can happen to anyone. It's okay to be sad about your circumstance, but don't let it pull you down. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say. So take a walk, and this will help you to stay calm when storms are raging. So just simply take a walk, enjoy God's creation, appreciate it, and maybe this will also help you to see the brighter side of your current circumstance. Okay, so the next tip is to count your blessings, and you can do this by writing a list of things you're grateful for. Grab a piece of paper and write about the good things that are going on in your life. And this will help you realize that although you're being stressed, you're being anxious, this will come to pass, and there's so many good things that have happened to you. So this bad thing should not determine your whole outlook in life. So if you're feeling stressed right now, grab a piece of paper, grab a piece of pen, right, there's a piece of paper. Grab a piece of paper and pen and just write down the things you're grateful for. And if you're not good, if you don't want to write, get your phone and just write down on your phone the things you're grateful for. It will help you get a different outlook of your circumstance. Alright, so the next one is to look at the pros, and this is probably the most difficult one to do, especially when you're feeling stressed or anxious. But think about it. What can you learn from that particular circumstance in your life? What lesson can you learn from it? how can you improve yourself, like how can you better handle a situation like that, like this, or like the situation that you're going through when it comes up in the future. What can you learn from it? And I feel like everything in life we can learn something from it, so find out what you can learn from that and just write it down and put it aside. After that, in the future, you'll just come back and look at it, or I don't know, just think of what you can learn from your circumstance. It will help you to some extent. The last one, so you guys are probably tired by this point, but this is the last one. We made it to the end, and that is to get a new hobby or to volunteer. Now, when you take your focus out of yourself and focus on other people when you're going through a tough time, when you're feeling stressed or anxious, that really helps you a lot. That energy, that negativity, it becomes a positive thing when you use that time or that energy to help other people or to do something that's going to be productive to your life. So when all else fails, just go somewhere, volunteer, whether you're going to spend time with elderly people, spend time with children, help cleaning out somewhere, or just start writing, start blogging, make a YouTube channel as a hobby, go take photos outside, read a book as a hobby. Just get a new hobby, because old hobbies probably not work, but a new hobby is going to be like a new way to do stuff, and that's going to intrigue you more, and you might forget about your circumstance for just a little bit. So try these tips out. If they work, let me know in the comment section, or if these tips have been working for you, also let me know in the comment section. I would love to hear from you guys. And just know you're not alone. We all get stressed, we all get anxious, and at the end of the day, remember that God has got your back. Whatever you're experiencing is not going to be for forever. Good times come and bad times come, but at the end of the day, we can learn from both times and make ourselves better people. Don't put yourself down. Don't feel too sad about being sad or being depressed or being anxious, because this is all the circle of life, and there's so many things you can learn from your bad moments than from your good moments. So try to use this as learning points. And yeah, that's all I have to share. So thank you guys for watching this video till this point. It's a long one, I know, but I just felt like I need to share this. And remember to keep spreading the African love, whatever kind of love you have to offer, because there's no room for hate. I shall see you on my next video. Kwaheri!